It's week 2 of the NFL, and up next are the Texans' creative quarterback. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Texans and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead-up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1. With 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Dak going to start out going to the air. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Turner. He'll buy some time right. Man open, here is Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Harrington. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Holding. Offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Doug Costin just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the job.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Inside give to Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The numbers for Zeke from last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. Prescott from the gun. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
The first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Prescott now. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Prescott on first down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Up the middle, here's Elliott. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. Now Prescott. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. And the first play will be a field goal try. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road. So
here are the Texans to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. The Texans are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This complete to Jones. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is one, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Outright, he finds Tolbert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Tolbert. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Gun, it's Elliott. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Houston set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Turner. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point safely through. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. From the 27, Prescott. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And is the punter Brian Anger to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On second down, it's Harrington. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Turner. Off the play fake. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled and tripled.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Turner now to throw on second down. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now a handoff up the middle. Harrington. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Turner. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. will begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Robbie Anderson, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Zay Jones, a touchdown reception. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there. These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0, but who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. And here's Turner. Off play action.
Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Turner on first down. Throw left side here complete to Campbell. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. They lose it with third and long, and you know this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Texans will take over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Turner looking downfield for Jones. It got his man complete. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Now Turner looking to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. 29 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Prescott looks to throw on first. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
He's at the 40, 20, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception lows they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out, and as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And This one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. On third down, it's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up the fourth down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Texans back out there and ready to go. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
They'll run on first down. It's Harrington, and he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Turner. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Prescott yet again.
That's caught again by Schultz. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First down, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Prescott now.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Texans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Turner.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Turner. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw is Turner from the gun on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Turner now to throw on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's Turner throwing on 4th down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 4 yards remain for second down. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. On 1st down, Harrington. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Harrington. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was